Hi, I'm Greg Clancy. I'm the Major Gift Officer here at the Harry Chapin Food Bank, and I am thrilled to be joined by award-winning news anchor Lois Thome from Wink News. And I have a bit of a unique opportunity to ask Lois some questions today. So thank you, Lois, for coming to join us here today. And can you talk a little bit about the genesis of Wink's involvement with fighting hunger in Southwest Florida?
Well, really, Wink's involvement started with individuals. It was anchors like Jim McLaughlin and myself. We would go to help out at events fundraising for the food bank. And then several years later, the television station decided this is the kind of cause we want to be a participant of. And from that point, it has ballooned into a great relationship where we have been able to help the community in so many ways. And I think it's mutually beneficial for both of us. We both really enjoy our time together raising money and helping out the community.
Determining that hunger was a priority, that was something kind of organically grew from your own involvement.
I think that it was probably during the recession when the pain of what families were going through was so obvious that we had to do something. If you were blessed enough to be able to feed your family and you had work at that time and you weren't losing your home, you wanted to do something to help those that were. You met people within your own neighborhoods. The station and the people who work there are no different than anyone else in this community. We all saw it happening. And that's when we really stepped up and said, listen, as a responsible member of this community, as a business that has thrived for 60 years, we need to get more involved. And that's how it really began. And, clearly I have a passion for this cause. I believe we're really helping people. And so I was happy to be the face for the station in that manner.
Is there a personal moment that you had, whether it was through volunteering or participating at the board level or being such a strong voice in support of the Hunger Walk? Did you have an aha moment that sort of connected for you?
Gosh, there are so many. But I still, when people ask me a question like that, to me, it's the children. The children, it bothers me. It bothers me deep that a child could go hungry through no fault of their own. It's not their fault that their father has had his hours cut or their mother lost her hours at work and she can't provide the food that her family needs, and they are the innocents in all this, and that really bothers me deep in my soul. And I think about the kids who, when school's in session, they can go to school and they can have breakfast and lunch, but they may go home on Friday and not have another meal or anything substantial until Monday morning when they return to school. That bothers me. When I look out at the community we live in and how beautiful it is and how much wealth there is in certain parts and so much poverty in others, it bothers me that we aren't working together, because I believe in your organization's mission. No one should have to go hungry. We can provide. We can end hunger in our community. We just have to work together to do it.
I think as a parent, I feel very similarly. Can you talk a little bit about the pandemic and how that has changed? Obviously for safety purposes, we could not do the Hunger Walk this year. And I thought, frankly, the March to 1 Million Meals was a brilliant sort of new strategy. Can you talk about how that came about?
Well, we decided we wanted to continue our relationship with the food bank, and we couldn't do the walk, but we knew we could do something. So we talked about doing an on-air campaign, and it kind of harkens back to like the telethon or something like that, but it's more modernized. And I think why it works so well is because everyone is involved. People who never were involved with the Hunger Walk can easily give online. And the stories we're telling just opened up the world of hunger to everyone on the air. When they saw, someone who was 72 years old and their Social Security just wasn't making ends meet, who doesn't want to help someone like that? And when they see a family where working families, when you get the message to people that, listen, we're serving working families who are just having a tough time right now. We're not creating a lifestyle for them. We're just trying to help them right now and get them through the pandemic, get them through their current struggle. And when you tell those stories, people respond. This community is an incredibly generous community. When you ask, they respond. When you show them there's a need, they respond. So for us, we're just doing our job as a public media company, telling stories and letting people respond to them.
Well, and a great job it is. We've already reached 1 million meals with still a few days left in February to go.
Yes.
And I think the total is $425,000 and rising. So thank you for a job well done. If you have any parting thoughts for our supporters.
Well, I just want to say thank you to the food bank, because while we're giving our on-air time and people are giving their money, you're the responsible organization that's handling it. And it's easy to tell the stories when you know that you're giving to a responsible organization that's going to spend the money wisely and put food into the hands of the people who need it. So thank you. And to all your staff. They really deserve a lot of applause.
Thanks to Lois Thome from Wink News.